No, you can hear us. We are live now on YouTube and TikTok. All right, if anybody's just joining us, welcome to today's BatteryEvo live stream. If you don't know how this works, Brian and I come on here, we answer all questions BatteryEvo, so whether you're trying to take your home off grid or you're looking to power up and upgrade your carts, ask us anything. We're here to do our best to help you, and there are exclusive discounts on this live stream that you can't get anywhere else.
Can you send me the link?
YouTube or TikTok?
Oh yeah.
Got you.
Just don't mind that baby. I got it. Sorry.
Welcome, Dorothy. I see you joining on TikTok. How do you power your home, Dorothy? Let us know. You need to go off grid?
Tell us right now. Wait, so you have it running on TikTok
Both
and YouTube
simultaneously,
on the same software?
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
two different software, but I'm streaming the OBS to the TikTok software and then streaming that to TikTok. So it's the same thing on both platforms. I'm a hacker, you know.
Yeah, good job.
Laurinette, thanks for joining us. Let us know how you power your home. We are here to inform you. I gotta warn everybody today, all listeners out there, I am a little sick today. Sick of these high electricity prices, am I right?
Oh my gosh.
I know Brian's proud of that one.
Nick took on a whole different persona as soon as the camera came on.
That's how it goes.
It's completely switched up on us. Yeah, pass me the link over to the YouTube one.
Yeah, I got you.
I don't know what the heck is going on.
Alright folks, welcome to the BatteryEvo live stream. Brian, are you excited to inform the masses about batteries today?
Only if you ask questions.
Alright, you heard him. He's only excited if you guys ask questions, so let's see some battery questions in that chat. Give us a like. We're here, this is our 9 to 5, you know. We go live in the afternoons. We could use that little thumbs up and heart. Feels good.
A little thumbs up. Just a little heart.
And if anybody sends us a rose on TikTok, Brian's gonna do a backflip on stream.
Don't promise that right now. I'm not ready.
He's really good at backflips. He's been practicing.
Sardar,
Yes.
can you make the Komodo? What? What's up?
Nothing. Alright. So we have the walrus unit behind me.
Powering how many phones?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 phones right now.
10 phones going
And
off
this
this
one,
walrus.
So if anybody's seen this product or you haven't seen this product, this is a home power unit. It's an electric generator for your home. So you can plug this into your home and you can power it during a power outage. You can use it to help lower your bills. You can plug this in if you have solar. You can plug this in if you don't have solar. So the idea for this unit is to try to create a way to have power in your home when you could potentially lose it or not have it. Yeah, so if you want to know about the unit, you got to ask a question. If you were looking to buy one online and you're seeing this on the websites, this is your chance to get an extra deal by calling in. So you just got to call the number on the screen, and when you call and let them know that there's YouTube Live going on, they're going to give you an extra deal.
What's to do with all the things there?
The phones are there, connected in to the walrus, charging, powered up, and we have stuff running on there.
That's awesome. Do you play video games on that too?
So after a long day, when you've been out and about, maybe you're getting home from work and your 10 phones are all out of battery, you can plug them right into the walrus and charge them all up at once. Super convenient. I know when I get home and my 10 phones are all dead, it can be like a huge damper on my afternoon. So,
I mean, all your 10 phones. I don't think the camera really picks up that well what's going on the screens, but it's okay.
you can see that there is activity.
Just those 3 ones need to get charged still for charging.
Welcome to anybody just joining us on YouTube. I see 7 YouTube viewers right now, 4 people on TikTok. Welcome everybody. This is the BatteryEvo live stream. We're here to answer all questions going off-grid. Are you tired of your high electricity bill? Do you want to take your home off-grid? We can walk you through exactly how easy it is. You just need the right hardware, and you can lower your electricity bill by thousands every year. Ask us anything about what we do. We will do our best to help you out. Let us know what you need to accomplish, whether it's powering your house, powering a cart, RV, anything. We can
Give me the new
cover
water track we just had earlier on.
The Rhino one, the 48V?
Yeah.
48V? Alright.
Give me those.
Alright guys, we're going to drop some new heat right on your heads. You're going to like it.
If anybody has heard the Walrus album, I'm putting it in the chat now. We have a SoundCloud now. So BatteryEvo Walrus is now a SoundCloud rapper. So you can find the tracks there. We're getting them named. So right now they have generic names, but at least I'm sharing the SoundCloud now.
You guys know how to put the live on the TV?
Yeah, I can do that. Just, you got my computer on there? Which
yeah.
one you want to see? TikTok or YouTube?
TikTok, please.
Alright, let me see.
He's a
Whatever one
TikTok
is better,
man.
that's fine.
Um,
Up to you. But I think Jeff wanted
I'll do the YouTube on the big screen because we usually get more chat questions.
What's the idle
on
current?
YouTube.
Alright, that's a hard question. What's the idle current? Is
On
that
which
the 50
unit?
amp? No.
On the Walrus?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. See if you can get the moderators on chat, please, and then they can answer this question. John, what are you
Jesse's-
trying to power? Let us know what you're trying to power. I'm gonna get a technical rep to put some of the specs in so they can respond to you. In the meantime, where are you at? Where do you live, and what are you trying to power?
Jesse's going to be moderating the stream. He's still on lunch, but he'll be getting back in a few minutes.
Okay. Idle current, Sir Darcy.
Idle
Figure it out
current
and put it
on
in
the
chat.
Walrus. Let's see what we can find.
Wait, so which one is it? You gave me like 4 of them. The one that I wanted, that first one that you gave me. Alright,
With
so if
no
you just
draw,
joined the
yes
chat,
on the Walrus.
with no draw, yes on the Walrus. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and find out what the idle current is. I haven't heard this question before. It should be on the specs, I would believe. I don't know, idle current. Is there an idle mode? Is that I like for gas?
Excuse me. I'm a little sick. Sick of these high electricity prices.
It's getting to you.
You're getting to.
Every time I sneeze, it's because somebody overpaid on their electric bill somewhere in the United States.
Someone in the US.
Big time.
John, we're going to get the answer to that question for you soon. Thanks for joining and asking. What are you trying to power your home? Take your home off grid, grid tied, solar panels? Let us know. We'll walk you through how it goes.
Idle current. I don't know. I'm not sure. Never heard that question before. This thing right
Would
now,
Howard
all these
know?
phones plugged in, it's got like almost no, it's using almost no power that's still not even picking it up at the low.
Barely even drawing anything to charge those 10 phones. Looking for a solution for my parents in Florida during the hurricane season.
Think you're a hurricane.
Yeah, John, I'm from Florida. We're based in LA out here, but I'm born and raised in Southwest Florida. I grew up in Naples. A lot of hurricanes I've been through. I've been through those outages. So I understand the need for your parents, especially if they have any like medical devices or important equipment that they need going that they can't risk having go out. The Walrus is a great option for that. The Walrus G2 is what we have in stock right now. A lot of our Walruses have been selling out like crazy. People have been having a very high demand for them over the summer. So I would recommend that if you're interested and you find it suits your needs, I would recommend calling and locking in a price today, because while we're live, our salespeople offer extra discounts. And even if you don't buy it today, you can lock in that lower price with them today. But yeah, Walrus is great. Take the whole home off grid for a good chunk of time. Keep you running, keep you going. And especially if you get solar panels too, then you don't have to worry about recharging it, because that'll be taken care of for you. Oh, you're in Port Charlotte? Nice. We were basically neighbors. I am from the Everglades Estates area in Naples, Florida.
Nice. What are you gonna power, John? Is this for your home?
It's for his parents' home.
He did say his parents' home during hurricane season. Okay. They want to know the idle currents, which I still don't know.
Walson, do you know the idle current on the Walrus?
Is that a thing?
Idle current we consume about, it's a true is idle, not
Yeah,
not charge anything.
Yeah, no draw.
No draw at all.
Mhm.
About 3 watt.
3 watts?
3 watt.
Okay.
Not amp, okay? 3 watt.
Yeah,
Got it.
3 watts.
0.0 amp, 1 amp, okay? 3
Okay,
watt.
1 amp.
No,
No.
0.01 amp.
0.01 amp. Okay, so that's a very low idle
It's
draw.
a 3 watt, okay?
Yeah.
And
3
then,
watts.
and then
Yeah.
if the for example, you need to, when you want to charge your phone by the wireless, you need to add another 35 watt.
Okay, nice. So yeah, the idle, if there's no draw at all, that is 3 watts.
Usually
And if
that idle
you
current
plugging
is
in a
for
phone
usually
will bring
for
it up to
gas
somewhere
generators,
around
no?
30.
That
But yeah,
idle
that's
current
very
is
low.
usually
Glad we were able to
for
get your
a
answer
gas
for you,
generator,
John.
right? That's usually a metric for gas generators. The idle current.
The idle current, when you go through the copper coil consumes a little bit power. That power, it is
Yep,
35
3 watts. 3 watts
But-
idle
but-
current with no
but-
load.
But if you really is idle,
Yeah.
you don't do anything. Really is idle, that means you don't need to go through that copper coil.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a 3 watt.
3 watts.
We sold a lot of walruses to the folks out in Texas when they were hit with Hurricane Beryl. I'm sure you heard about all the huge outages out there. So we, like, during that whole month after Beryl, we were prioritizing sending shipments out to Texas to make sure we hit those areas that were most in need. So we're definitely anticipating having to do the same thing in Florida later this year.
For hurricane
I
season.
know how it is. I know, like, late August, September, that's when the hurricanes get really bad, especially in South Florida. I remember Irmageddon. If you remember Irmageddon, John, I don't know
Can you play a
if you were
hurricane
there
on
during
the
that.
screen?
I was in college at the time during Irma, and that one was a doozy. That was bad.
John, if you're looking at learning more about how to install this unit in your home, call in. We got the technical reps on standby. Just call the number on the screen. Tell them I'm watching the YouTube live. Because of that, they're going to scrape with a couple extra bucks off this unit.
Welcome. If you're just joining us on TikTok, shoot us a like. Give us one of those precious little double taps. Maybe even send us a rose. Brian's going to do something really special if we get a rose. He's got big plans.
The big plans.
Rooster Bear says, what do you have? Welcome back, Rooster Bear. Recognize you from before. What do you have for a 60 amp breaker running all day and all night? What do you think, Brian?
I'm sorry?
What do we have for a 60 amp breaker running all day, all night?
What do we have for a 60 amp breaker running all day and all night? So this should still be fine. What are you trying to power though, Rooster? It all depends on what you're trying to power. I mean,
If you're looking to power the
power
whole
load,
home,
the power load, the time that you have is based on the wattage that you're pulling, and then how much battery capacity you have, right? And so the load will tell you right on the front how much wattage you're drawing, and then based on the battery pack that you have, in this case a 13 kilowatt hour, that would be the amount of time that you have before it depletes to zero. But depending on how you do the install, whether it's grid tied or off grid, you should always have power coming into the battery pack, so it's always recharging itself. It's kind of a trickle charge. And I think a lot of people ask the question this way because it's like the gas generator thing. Like, it's like, what happens when I run out of fuel? And then I gotta go refill up. So how long before I refill up? Whereas the battery doesn't work that way, because if you're tied to the grid or you're doing off-grid solar, there's always gonna be energy coming in.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when the power cuts out for the grid, there's power stored inside of it. At that point, you're going to try to utilize your emergency situation electricity, which would be a lot less of a load. You get plenty of hours on this.
That makes sense. Let us know if that helped, Rooster Bear. If you have any other questions, let us know. We are here to
Rooster,
help you
same
out.
thing. You call in and say, hey, I got this 60 amp breaker that I'm trying to run all day and all night, and then the technical reps will tell you what's the best way to wire it all up. So you should be okay, because again, it's just the side ports are 50 amps, but you're going to pull that into a generator port, then you can run it back to however you want to run it. It just depends on the amount of power load that you are drawing to give you the amount of time that you'd have on the battery pack.
Anybody who's just joining, thanks for joining us. We've been chatting with John Chamberlain, talking about best way to prepare for hurricane season for his parents in Florida. We've been talking with Rooster Bear a little bit about 60 amp breakers running day and night. Walrus would be a good fit for that. Walrus G2 will take care of that, no problem. If anybody else has any questions, BatteryEvo, how to go off grid, we're here to help. We'll walk you through how to do it for your home. And as always, while we're live streaming, there's special deals that you can't get online. You can only get them by calling in. It's a number on the top of our screen, and they will hook you up extra. Just make sure you mention the live stream. Let them know. Say, I'm coming from YouTube, or I'm coming from TikTok. It goes a long way. John says they got hit by Hurricane Ian pretty hard. They've only been there 6 years. Yeah, I remember Ian as well. I mean, let me tell you, I'm sure they know this by now if they've been there 6 years. The hurricanes are a mainstay. They are not going anywhere. Every single school year when I was in school, we had hurricane days built into the schedule because they were just expected that we would be out of school for a few days at a time every year for the hurricanes, same way that snow days are built into the schedule up north. So the hurricanes are not going anywhere. If anything, a lot of scientists are projecting that they're going to get worse in the next few years.
Climate change.
Good old climate change, but that's why we're out here manufacturing and promoting green energy batteries. These lithium-ion batteries run completely clean, a lot better for the earth than gas generators or things like that. John says, I'm off-grid in Ohio. I have a 15 kilowatt inverter and a 94 kilowatt hour battery backup. That is great. That is a lot of backed up power. Great setup. What are you working with? Is that our batteries, or did you buy from somebody else?
Yeah, what inverter is that for the 15 kW inverter? Let us know what inverter that is.
Yeah, we love hearing about how people do it.
If anybody else is just joining, this is your chance to ask anything in the chat. If you are looking at this battery or any of the other batteries on our websites, you could buy this right now during the YouTube Live at an extra discounted price just because the YouTube Live is going. So just ask something in the chat. It helps not only yourself, but it helps us get an idea of what you're trying to power. And then if anybody else has that same type of question, then it helps their questions get answered too.
For sure.
So they got 16 kW of solar. That's really good. What are you tying that into, John? I know you have that inverter, but what inverter is that? What brand? And is it a 48 volt inverter? Because some people, they don't realize that they already have an inverter and they need battery backup. You might not need a Walrus if you already have an inverter. You might just need battery backups to add to it so that you have a place to store the energy for an emergency versus trying to get a whole new setup. But if you don't have an existing setup, this could potentially be an easier route just because you only need the sub panel install and you can do grid tied or solar or anything that you want to do. It's a better place to start.
For sure. If anybody has any other questions, let us know. We love helping people out. And if you've been listening, found anything we've said helpful or informative, please give us a like. Consider subscribing to YouTube, following our TikTok. It helps us out a lot. Brian and I are out here on our 9 to 5 battery marketing grind, and we are going live for you because we have been told that people like it. But we don't know that you like it unless you literally like it. So please do that. Thank you.
Literally like it.
John,
if you don't like it, tell us as well. That's also going to get us.
Yeah, give us a big fat dislike if you don't like batteries.
If you don't like batteries, if you don't like this show, just tell us, please.
If you don't like electricity and you don't use electricity, this is the wrong stream for you.
Yep.
John uses a 48 volt inverter, Sun Gold power inverter,
there you go.
DIY LFP batteries. So you DIY'd your batteries. That's very cool.
DIY. That's actually impressive.
How'd you do that?
Yeah, that's actually impressive.
We manufacture all of our LFP batteries here. We're upstairs in the marketing room right now. Right below us is the manufacturing warehouse here in Los Angeles.
A lot of people in the Midwest or central U.S. are very savvy. I've had people call in and say that they put batteries inside these like wooden crates and they run them in series and they just rig up their own batteries.
That's smart. That's cool. I wouldn't even know where to start with DIYing my own battery.
Yeah. So see, in this situation, like how John has it, like other people say, see it, or if they have a 48 volt inverter now for whatever reason, I mean, you probably have batteries or you probably don't, and you're looking to upgrade. In this situation, you could have the 48 volt inverter, right? And you could have a 15 kW inverter, which is powerful, and then you could wire up like the Kong or like the Rhinos. You can get a whole bunch of battery capacity, and then it'll run in and out of that inverter, so you don't, I mean, some people have like higher power draw loads.
For sure.
So if that's the situation, you don't need to get a Walrus. So some people have called in and say, hey, I run a lot of power, I have very high power load, critical loads, this doesn't really make it. So it's like, okay, well, this isn't the only option. You know what I mean? This is just an option for people getting started with battery backup, getting started with power outage protection, getting started with lowering their power bills. This is a great place to start because of the price point, the kilowatt hour capacity. It's already got the inverter built in. It works like a generator, and then the plugs are technically plug and play.
Works like a generator, but it's nice and quiet. Doesn't make barely even a sound, and you do not smell any of that stinky gas fumes. Nobody likes
You
that.
don't like it, Nick. You're from Florida.
Yeah, I'm flow grown. I'm from Florida. We huff gasoline fumes instead of coffee out there.
Anybody in here? If anybody in the chat is joining and they have heated bathroom floors, we're trying to find anybody who has heated bathroom floors.
Yeah.
Please let us know. Chris has never had a chance to stand on heated bathroom floors. We're trying to get him.
Yeah, our graphic artist Chris, he's desperate. He really wants to know what it's like to step on heated bathroom floors. If anybody out there has them, even if you don't want to let Chris step on your bathroom floor, just tell us how it is so that he can live vicariously through
let
you.
us know if you have heated bathroom floors. Let us know in the chat.
I wonder how much power it takes to heat that bathroom
How
floor.
did you get the heated bathroom floors? What does it cost to have them? And then maybe, if possible, you'll allow Chris to come to your home and step on it. Let him just feel the heated bathroom.
Just a little warmth on his toes goes a long way.
You know?
Just a little toe scratch. I don't know. Like.
Which one's the song, Nick? The one that I like.
John says thanks for the info. You're welcome, John. If you have any other
Don't get
questions,
sick.
let us know. We are happy to help. You liked the alternative one, the alternative rock one.
That's the one?
Yeah.
Alright, new Walrus track. Oh no, actually, this is just Let us know if you like the Walrus tracks. These aren't going on SoundCloud.
Rooster Bear says they have the Outback inverter 48 volt. Nice. Do you like it, Rooster Bear? Remind us, what are you running on that inverter? Let us know.
Where's that? It's not on my computer.
It's raining out right now? It's rare. Saw that hurricane talk.
That song is sick.
Arturo wants to know the song name.
We're coming up with the names right now.
Arturo, if you got a name for that song, let us know. It's about the 48 volt Rhino.
Oh, yeah.
David says this is a great song. Love it.
This is the best one right now so far.
I wrote those lyrics last night.
These will be on the SoundCloud. I put it in the chat above. This one's not uploaded yet, but we have a SoundCloud. We're having a Spotify soon. The Walrus is basically a SoundCloud rapper at this point.
Yeah, we're glad to hear you like the song. Appreciate that.
Remember, you can ask a question in the chat and we'll answer it. I have the unit here. I can show you how to install it. You just gotta ask.
Ask us anything. This song is about the 48-volt Rhino. We love the 48-volt Rhino and all 48-volt systems. A couple of you guys talked about your 48 inverters today. Rhino's a perfect way to add more capacity to your system if you got a 48-volt inverter.
And the deal of the day is 48-volt Rhino, actually.
That is our deal of the day. So
that's why this track is going to be spammed all day. So if you're looking to get a 48-volt battery backup, call in if you want the 48-volt Rhino. That's deal of the day during the YouTube Live, which means yes, you'll get a deal. But deal of the day means it's the absolute best deal.
Been listening, found anything we said helpful, give us a like, give us a little double tap. David says name it 48 volts. That's good. That's good. Makes sense. That whole chorus, 48V, 48V.
And then you have that same song in a different genre, right?
Yeah, I got 2 country versions of it. I got a R&B radio version of it. Got some hip hop.
That's this one.
If anybody's just joining us on TikTok, thanks for joining us on our TikTok stream. We are here to talk all things BatteryEvo, answer all your questions battery related. If you want to go off the grid, you want to power up your home, a pool house, RV, golf cart. We got batteries in all shapes and sizes here. Especially those 48Vs. Be sure to give us a like, subscribe, we appreciate that. And if you call in today, mention that you are coming from either the YouTube Live or the TikTok Live, and our sales reps will give you an extra discount that's better than anything you can find on our website. It's exclusive to the live streams. Live stream sale only. Rooster Bear says, yes, I love it. I have 7 Husky batteries. Need one more. Can't wait till September 10th.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember. You said that the other day.
Full parallel capacity.
That's super cool.
That's crazy.
Do you have them just complete parallel next to each other on the ground? Do you have them in a case together? How are you doing that? I'd love to send us a picture too. If you want to shoot us a picture on any of the BatteryEvo emails, that'd be cool to see how you're running those Huskies. People like the Huskies. Everybody who gets one is happy with those Huskies. Irfan says, can I combine PV charging and peak time discharging? From the settings video, it seems charging and discharging can't happen at the same time for grid-tied reasons.
Well, if you're doing a grid-tied system, Irfan, then you're not going to do PV. Right? So PV is off-grid. So you could do, when you're doing PV charging, you can do discharging at the same time because you have hybrid mode. Not hybrid mode, bypass mode. So the solar will go into your battery pack, and then let's say you have more solar than you're using for your home, the extra solar will get stored into the battery pack, and then at nighttime when there's no sun, you will use the battery pack's power to power the home. Now, if you're doing a grid-tied install, it works in the same manner. So you'll fill up your battery to charge up, and then you could use the grid during the day or whatever, and then during that peak time, you can have it only use the battery pack. Because the whole point is if you don't want the grid working during your peak, right? That's the whole point of the battery pack, is to don't pay the peak rate charges. So
exactly.
Technically, yes, you could, but there's no reason to do it. There'd be no point in having your grid tie come through the system and your peak rate times and use the battery pack's power. You just want to use only the battery pack's power so that you're off-grid during the peak rate times.
Irfan says he was thinking of a hybrid off-grid PV input to complement the grid tie.
So yeah, so that way you could do PV, so you could have PV input and then wire up the AC output to the sub panel that's wired up to your home. So you could still have your home like using the grid essentially. But once you have the PV, don't really need to use the grid that much. You really only use the grid. Let's say if maybe you have like a very large central AC, you could keep the central AC on the grid tie, or maybe some parts of the home would be grid tied. So you could go off grid with the PV into the battery pack, and then wire up a sub panel so you can get the battery pack's power out and into your home. And you could still have your grid tied to your main electrical panel without technically touching it, so it doesn't have to, you know. But at this case, I mean, you don't really need the grid that much. But I mean, I understand why you probably want to have both. You have the grid tie now, but if you have the off-grid solar panels, just use that power. And if for whatever reason it's not enough power to sustain you, you still have the grid.
Yeah,
there.
the goal is always to go as off-grid as you can, save the most amount of money. So little solar panels will go a long way there.
Yeah, and you only need 10 of them. You only need 10 solar panels to do the PV setup. And so look, for example, here in this situation, I have I don't even know if you can see that well, but I'm just gonna try. So we got the PV input, that's gonna have your solar panels. So your solar panels are gonna get wired. Who's got my PV cable? No one's got it? Should be around here somewhere. It's probably downstairs. Alright, it's okay. So you got the PV cable, that's going to wire into here, that's going to be your off-grid solar panels. Now, you can have the grid tied installed through the AC inputs using the 50 amp cable.
When I interrupt you for a second, Irfan wants to know, will they be able to export during peak times with PV setup? I think they mean discharge.
Yeah.
In which case, yes, you can still set your time settings on the Walrus. Basically, you go into that menu, set your charge and discharge time. It's actually that time of use setting is built really to work with the solar panels. So you set exactly when you want it to be charging, exactly when you want it to be discharging, and just look up utility. You can find those peak rates on your utility company's websites, or if they're trying to hide it, just call them. They have to tell you.
So the whole idea is that you're trying to not use the on-peak rates. Right, so you're going to program it to be able to discharge your home. But again, if you're using the off-grid solar panels, you don't need to worry too much about it, because the battery pack, you're going to use the solar from the roof. It's got bypass mode. So the solar comes in and powers your home. All the extra solar gets stored into the battery pack. At nighttime, when there's no solar, when there's no sun, the battery pack's power is powering your home. So if you're doing this kind of off-grid grid tie to not use the peak, you're not going to be using the peak at all once you have the PV panels.
Yeah, once you have it set up with those solar panels, you're off the grid.
Yeah.
That's what you're planning or not, you are off the grid once you hook up those panels.
So the PV input will only work with your DC solar panels, or like a DC windmill, right? The AC input will work with your grid tie.
Rooster Bear says they've got their Huskies lined up, so sitting lined up in a row. That's cool. Send us a picture if you can. If you need a contact point, let me know. I'll drop my my BatteryEvo email in the chat for you. Rich D has the 448 volt 120 amp 6 kilowatt hours in series and 12 24
Rich was in here before.
Yeah, Rich was in here the other day.
I think Rich again, you gotta call in those battery packs. I think from what I remember last time, you have like a different setup. We weren't here during that time, so I'm not even really sure what batteries you're using or how this setup is going on. But I would suggest you call in and ask to speak with, or just tell them what you have, and then somebody they'll point you in the right direction. But I don't really know.
I would recommend talking to Fred if you can. Fred is a mastermind when it comes to these units. He was here at the time back when we were selling those specific products, so he can walk you through exactly the best way to maximize what you got going on there. We appreciate you joining us for the second time here, Rich. Always good to see your returning face. Same to you, Rooster Bear.
The rhinos on tour, that's far and wide. Power up with solar or just do your thing. Grid tied, that's how you win right. Don't throw your money in the wind when you can save it for your kids' lives. It's just right, just like the bills. That's overnight but nice wheels. It's rolling right over voltage, flying for real. 48 feet, 48 feet, 48 feet. That's a rattlesnake.
Irfan, can you lower the volume for a sec? Irfan says, so 10 panels could charge the battery while the battery is discharging based on time of use settings to leverage NEM2 incentives. Yes, that's exactly what it can do. Rich D says, I will. I'm in the process of rewiring my system, so once I'm done, I'll be calling in. Great, yeah, and if you need any help with the rewiring, if you run into any issues or just like some, a second mind on the line, call in. Our tech support team's happy to help with that. William Wilson, welcome back, says good afternoon, fellas. Got a lot of returning folks in the chat today. Happy to see that. Happy to see you guys. Hope that everybody is doing well, having a good, happy Thursday. Irfan says thank you. You're welcome, Irfan. Thank you for asking the questions. If anybody's listening, found anything we said helpful or informative, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Really helps us out, shows us that we're doing a good job. So,
I think Irfan, I think he's been in here before, no? I feel like I've seen his name in here before. I think.
We may have seen either that or another Irfan. I do recognize
Getting all the
name.
classics today, though. Williams in here.
Yeah, we're just
Rooster
missing,
Bear.
who are we missing? Vaughn?
Vaughn
not in the
has
chat
been back
right
in a
now.
bit.
Vaughn is
Yeah,
another
Irfan, if you're
returner.
interested in getting something like this, and yeah, 10 panels could charge the battery while the battery is discharging based on the time of use settings. Yeah, so you're using bypass mode. You're using bypass mode, Irfan. So if the solar's coming in, you're gonna have 4,500 watts of solar coming in, right? So you're gonna basically be using that solar during the day for the home because it's wired up through the inverter and it's gonna bypass mode into your home, and then when there's nighttime and there's no sun, you're using the stored solar in the battery pack. Right, so that's the idea. So technically when you're doing the off-grid PV setup, you don't really need the time of use settings too much. Because it's basically like use the solar during the day, collect your solar, nighttime kicks in, no sun comes in, battery pack power turns on, you take the battery pack power during the nighttime. During the daytime when the sun comes back up, you collect solar again. Now if you need grid tied, you just need the AC inputs to be able to pull power from your grid. Right, so that's the time of use settings are mostly for people with grid tied installs who are trying to go off grid during the peak rate times. That's when the TLU settings come into play. You know, because you got to program the walrus to start discharging during that time, so the grid's not pulling any energy. And Irfan, if you're looking to get one, I would say call in. There's not really too many of the Walrus G2s.
Yeah, we are selling those out.
Yeah,
They've been a hot item this summer.
Quickly. So if you're looking at getting something like this, call in and lock in your YouTube live pricing because we anticipate maybe a week left of these.
Maybe, yeah. Just keeping it real. We have been selling faster than we anticipated. So our stock is going down.
Yeah.
With all the hurricanes, the outages, the hot weather this summer, people have been buying up walruses like crazy. Help take a lot of people off the grid. So anybody who's listening, if you are interested in a walrus or any of our other battery systems, please call in while we're live. That number on the top of the screen. Mention the live stream and they will hook you up with a much better price. Getting a battery system for your home, that's an investment. And if you call in during the live stream, it helps make that investment cost a bit lower. Your entry cost is lower, easier for you to get started. Just make sure you mention the live stream. That's what we're here for.
Tommy, you gotta learn this, all the words to this song.
If anybody on TikTok gives us a rose, Brian's gonna do a backflip.
You heard it. Plug it into your inverter, independent from the server for sure. It's sturdy as a boulder. Keep your home colder with an energy controller. It's a whole lot to gain just from
volume. We got a question. Neil says, "Hey guys, Neil here from Ultra Power Sports. Quick question on the golf cart setups. The Badger versus the Falcon 48 volt. How come the Badger has a 12S and the other has a 16S setup in both, claiming 48 volt?"
Well,
sure
the Falcon is a 72 volt. So the 48 volt lineups for golf cart we have are the Badger and the Eagle, and so the Falcon is a 72 volt.
If you saw anything online claiming that the Falcon is a 48 volt, send it our way, because that's not true.
Yeah.
Falcon is a 72 volt.
It's a 72 volt, Neil. If you're seeing one as 12S versus 16S, that's just going to be the way that the battery cells inside are wired up to create that system. But yeah, 48 volt lineup we have Badger and we have Eagle. For 72 volt lineup we have the Falcon. Neil, what are you looking to use? You want to use 48 volts?
William wants to know, 2 Walrus units run AC and well pump at night?
Could get a little bit tough depending on how big that AC unit is, William, and then the well pump as well, but I think we discussed this in the past as well, William. Again, if you want to know how to wire up those types of units, you should call in to the technical team and they'll tell you how to wire it up for what you're running, because they need to know how much power you're drawing so that they know, how to do the setup for this.
If anybody's just joining us, thanks for joining us here at the BatteryEvo live stream. We appreciate everybody coming through. Brian and I are here to talk batteries with you. We help people go take their homes off the grid to save money, have more energy independence, and we also power up, specifically we upgrade cart battery setups. A lot of people use those lead acid batteries in their golf carts that they've had for maybe 10 years, where they got to do their regular water top-offs, the rapidly eroding product. Lithium-ion batteries like our Falcon, the Badger, the Eagle, greatly superior product for your golf cart. If you've had a golf cart for a couple years, say you've had it for even 10 years, that thing's going to be, running like new. It's going to be running much better than you've been used to with your lead acids.
Maybe you're right. I think Neil is right. I think there used to be a 48 volt Falcon. I think.
Was that before my time?
I think so.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
So, in my time here at the company, I've only seen the 72 volt Falcon. That's all we do now, so that's all I've personally marketed. But yeah, Brian says there may have been a 72 or a 48 volt Falcon. Of course, if you bought them, then they exist. So.
Yeah. But I think the only thing that I would say about the 12S and the 16S setup is literally just how the battery cells are wired up on the inside to create that system, right? So whatever batteries, whatever setup that they used, that's why you're getting either 12S or 16S, because it's 12 batteries in series versus 16 batteries in series. The S usually means series, P usually means parallel. So they get ran in series to create the system that you're looking at. And then inside the cells, which creates the power block, and then the batteries themselves could be ran in parallel so that you could get more battery capacity. But you're still running on the same voltage system, right? So when you run something in series, you add up the voltages. When you run something in parallel, it's the same voltage, but you extend the capacity of the battery. So that would be the reason for the 12S versus the 16S, Neil.
Thanks guys for liking the streams. I just saw some likes come in on TikTok. Appreciate that. Saw the likes go up a little bit on YouTube. Thanks if you've been listening to us for a little bit, found anything we said helpful, informative. We appreciate seeing those likes, letting us know we're doing a good job. And if anybody's just joining us over on TikTok, welcome. This is a BatteryEvo live stream, talking off-grid home setups, how to save money on your power bill. It's good to be independent from the grid for a lot of reasons. So if you have any questions, let us know, and I will remind you guys again, when we are live, our sales reps are authorized to offer much, much lower prices than our online prices. It's
authorized is a good word.
Authorized. Yeah, no, if they get a call in on that number at the top of our screen, and anybody mentions either the TikTok live or the YouTube live, that person will get an extra discount. John says, remember the tax incentives.
Oh
yeah, you are right about that, John. There are some great tax incentives for going off the grid, for producing and storing your own energy. For example, there's a federal tax credit, so no matter what state you live in, you can get 30% of your battery purchase incentivized from the federal government. So you take 30% off the price of your battery system, and that's after any sales we give you too. Whatever you buy, government will hook you up later in tax season. Believe it or not, they like people going off the grid too. Neil says, cool, sounds good, thanks. Had another question too. Do you guys sell the portable solar generators, and what sizes do they come in? Be looking at something to fit a 2,000 to 3,000 watt.
We don't have anything at that size right now. The only thing that we would have like a solar generator would be the Walrus that starts at 13 kilowatt hour with a 12K inverter. That's the smallest we have now. In terms of smaller batteries,
you could do something like what Rich D is doing. He's paralleled up smaller batteries like the Husky to an inverter. If you're looking for something that you could move
if
around,
you want something 3,000 watt, I think we have a small inverter. We might have a few of them left, but I think it's a 12 volt.
12 volt inverter.
Yeah, and I think it works with like the owls and stuff. So that might not be the best situation. Yeah, we don't really have anything on the smaller size yet, Neil. There's other products always being made.
We've been going big lately.
Yeah,
we've been going pretty big.
We're trying to offer
lately.
the best price per kilowatt hour on large battery capacities, but potentially maybe at some point we'll have something smaller. That's a solar generator. We just don't have anything yet.
Just this morning, some of you guys may have seen some footage of our electric vehicle battery tank floating around on our page. That's called the Komodo. It's literally a big remote control battery tank, so you could run it all terrain, get power anytime, anywhere. It's great for disaster response, great for work sites that are out in remote locations, such as construction or film sets even. We sold 2 of those this morning, so those Komodos are starting to go on the move, and I'm going to be filming some very cool content with this tank soon, so I hope you guys tune in for that when we release it. If anybody has any questions about the battery tank, let us know. I can pull up some of the early footage we have of it, but we will have even better stuff coming soon.
Better stuff is always better stuff.
Our CEO likes building really cool stuff. He's very passionate about coming up with new, unique items to the market that you can't find anywhere else.
If you're old like mine, join the electric joyride. The throttle's on point like 15.5 kilowatts in short time. It's time to make up your mind. The ride's on tour, that's far and wide. Power up with solar or just do your thing, great time. That's how you win, right? Don't throw your money in the wind.
John says that he would love to see the tank. Great, I will pull up some tank footage right now for your viewing pleasure. We only got short clips at the moment. Niels wants to know how much is the Walrus.
The Walrus retails at around $6,600, but right now it's on sale for $4,019 right now.
That's good.
Yeah, it's, we got the discount codes online right now. If you go over to BatteryEvo.com, and Neil, if you want a little bit extra off that Walrus, just call in and mention. Oh, my microphone's on the tracks. Mention the YouTube Live. Just say, hey, I'm calling in YouTube Live. They said you could get me a good deal, and they will. Okay. So it's already on special now on the site, but again, the YouTube Live is designed to scrape an extra couple bucks.
They'll hook you up extra if you mention what we're doing
We're
here.
around $4,000, Neil, for 13 kilowatt hour battery capacity with a 10 kilowatt or 12K inverter. You got the 250 amp, you got 50 amp input, 50 amp output, DC inputs, PV inputs, 110 outlets, and 220 volt outlets, all on this one system.
And that discount is only when we're live. If you call in when we aren't live, they can't give you that discount. They're only authorized to do so when we are live.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, definitely recommend it. And like Brian said, we have been selling these walruses out. A lot of people need to go off grid over the summer.
Yeah, and if you need a lot of battery capacity, Neil, just call in and tell them that you might need a battery extension. It's just an extra battery pack that tells you where this cable is wired up to. This is an extra battery. So as you wire them up, Neil, like you wire up your Falcons to do the parallel for more capacity, you can do the same thing with these battery packs to get more battery capacity for the home. So some of you are trying to go fully off grid, you can get plenty of battery capacity out of this. What's the specs of the tank? We had them earlier.
We were talking a little bit earlier about the specs. Serdar, can you refresh us on the specs of the
send it
tank?
over, yeah.
Our engineer is sending us a spec sheet right now we're going to take a look at. But yeah, we love this thing.
The best part is that it's got tank wheels.
Yeah, those tank treads are so badass. It's remote control too, so the same way you'd remote control like a drone or an RC car, it comes with a little remote control. You can drive it around like that.
All right, so let me give some of the specs.
I can't wait
here.
to film stuff with it. It's gonna be so much fun.
So here's some of the specs that we have now. So the battery alone is a 72 volt system, right? So you got 72 volt battery system, and you got 94 kilowatt hours with LFP battery cells inside. Okay, so 94 kilowatt hour is probably going to be the biggest thing we have right now on the residential / commercial use.
Yeah, other than the like massive
that's mobile.
commercial units.
That's mobile.
Yeah.
Like the massive commercial units have more than this, but it's a big old battery container. This is a mobile electric generator. Okay, so 94 kilowatt hour worth of battery capacity, 72 volt system. You're gonna have a 15 kilowatt inverter. You're gonna have on the, I should say it this way. On the AC output, you're gonna have a 15 kilowatt inverter, 120 to 240 volt split phase. For the power recharging, you got 120 to 240 volt grid charge. You can do solar charge with PV, correct? PV, solar charge? You got PV solar charge. You can even charge it with a diesel generator. In terms of, it also has an EV charger, right? So the idea here is that you could use it as a battery backup, or you could use it as a mobile electric generator, but you could also use it as a mobile EV charger. So we're gonna have a 48 amp, 11 kilowatt CCS1 EV charger built into this. So imagine that you are a restaurant or a retail center that doesn't have Tesla superchargers on their lot. You don't have the ability to charge EVs on your lot, right? So now this unit, instead of trying to, you could have your tenants park anywhere in your parking lot, and you could roll up the Komodo up to their car to charge it versus having them park in a designated area, right? For mobility, we're gonna have two 4 kilowatt drive motors. It's going to have 100 foot wireless range, and it's basically got all-terrain capability in terms of mobility.
Irfan wants to know if the Walrus will fit in the back of a sedan for transportation.
Sedan's going to be tough.
It depends on your sedan.
But it's also very heavy, Irfan. So the Walrus alone is about 300 pounds, just letting you know. All right?
If you can lower the seats in the back to expand your trunk size a little bit, then you could probably do it, depending on the sedan. But, it's heavy. We definitely recommend you
can tow it around. I mean,
yeah, a small moving truck or like a little van would be more ideal. That way you'd know for sure it's gonna fit.
Yeah. You probably could get it to fit, but it's just carrying it.
It's a heavy machine.
It's heavier. Once you get large battery capacities, the weight gets very heavy. All right. So back to the tank, the dimensions are 40. I was about to say 40 watts. 40 inches in width, 48 inches in length, and 39 inches in height. So it's not really that big. It is pretty heavy, but again, you got 94 kilowatt hour, so it's got 1,600 pounds, but it'll be able to move itself. So you don't really got to worry about that.
You can see in that footage, just carrying around two full-grown men, getting them going. We're actually towards either the end of this month or very beginning of next month. We are taking a Komodo tank all the way out to sunny Zona, Arizona, into the Sedona Desert. We're taking this thing way out into the desert, completely remote, and we are going to show some very cool footage of this thing rolling around out there in the sand and in that kind of off-road terrain. We're going to charge an EV charger, probably a Tesla, out there in the desert just to show you what this thing is capable of. And I'm excited for that shoot. Going to be doing a little bit of a road trip with BatteryEvo.
Yeah, and then if anybody's just joining and they have questions about the Walrus or any other battery pack, just ask right now. I have the unit behind me. I can show you how it works. I can show you all the ports. In the meantime, it's just powering a couple of phones and some lights. Otherwise, we're just gonna have Walrus tracks playing in the background so people ask questions.
Yep. Anybody's joining, welcome. Ask us anything, batteries, off-grid, cart setups. We got you covered. And as always, like the stream, give us a subscribe or a follow. Give us a rose on TikTok. Brian and I will slow dance if we get a rose.
Together or separately?
That is your call, buddy.
I think separately.
I have been rejected, guys. Rooster Bear sent an email of his system. Awesome, Rooster Bear. We'll check that out. I'm excited to take a look.
Go back to this track right here. This one's fire. What does it feel like? It's just good in the world.
It's a good song. When I generated that one, I was pretty hyped. It was a high quality one.
That's how you win, right? Don't throw your money in the wind when you can save it for your kids' lives. It's just right, just like bills. It's overnight with nice wheels. It's rolling right over a voltage file for real. 48V, 48V, 48V. That's the right I'm stampeding. 48V, 48V, 48V. That's the unit I need. 48V, 48V, 48V. Plug it in, save green. 48V, 48V, 48V. Stampede, stampede. Plug it in the yard, burner, independent from the server for sure. As sturdy as a boulder. Keep your home colder with an energy controller. It's a whole lot to game just from placing an order. Outperform your competition. You're on a mission to make a great decision with a vision to rise to the occasion. To keep it hot like cages. And these rhinos.
You know, I don't feel like it's loud enough.
The song?
I don't think it's loud enough.
I'm hearing it pretty good.
I need it to bump.
Oh, he needs it to bump.
I think I can add another speaker to this.
Dude, you gotta get a speaker set up like the one I got on my computer.
I have like this little one here, but I don't know how like good it is.
Do they have another speaker setup like this downstairs? I think we got one. There is a big standing speaker down in our audio recording booth, the podcast room. I'm not using that. I never use that when I'm down there. So if you want to grab that, feel free.
Hey, you go grab that speaker that Nick's talking about? Yeah. I need it to bump, bro.
It's just a speaker.
Yeah, it's like it almost looks like a standing fan or like a humidifier. It's like a white standing thing about this tall, but it's a speaker. If you can plug it into his computer.
Is that different? Is that better? Is that worse?
Welcome to the stream, guys. Anybody just joining us? We love seeing faces here. Well, names and comments. We love seeing it.
Just like bills, it's overnight with nice wheels. It's rolling right over a voltage fly for real. 48V, 48V, 48V. That's the one I'm stampeding. 48V, 48V, 48V. That's the unit I need. 48V, 48V, 48V. Plug it in, say green. 48V, 48V, 48V. Stampede, stampede. Plug it in the yard, burner, independent from the server for sure. As sturdy as a boulder. Keep your home colder with an energy controller. It's a whole lot to gain just from placing an order. Outperform your competition. You're on a mission to make a great decision with a vision to rise to the occasion. We keep it hot like cages. And these rhinos come and kiss a bottle or again. 48V, 48V, 48V.
John wants to know how much the tank is going to be.
The tank's gonna be at around, it's gonna retail at around $20,000 US because of the amount of battery capacity that's in it and the fact that it is an EV charger and it's got a high-end inverter and it's got tank wheels. So it's gonna probably be mostly used in commercial applications. People can use it for the home if you have space for it. You know, you can wire
Definitely,
it, wire it into your home.
The two that we sold today were for commercial uses. It was somebody who is runs construction.
Yeah.
So they got two of them to help power their construction sites on the go.
Yeah. So
but
price
yeah,
will be
it
at
totally
around
be-
20,000, give or take a few $100, depending on what the final price is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be around there. John, are you thinking about getting something like this? What would you be using it for?
Yeah, what would you, if you had one of these, what would you use it for? If I had one, I would just drive it around like a toy all day, honestly.
Just a giant RC car.
Yeah.
Plug it back up there somewhere. This speaker's not that bad, the one that's over here though. Move it one more time now that it's... Will this be a lot louder?
Should be.
Alright, so I don't think it's bumping enough. I think it needs to bump harder.
We can bump.
I think that all the bumps need to be bumping.
If anybody sees behind Brian, we got 10 phones charging on that Walrus right now. 10 phones charging up simultaneously. So if you get home from work and all 10 of your cell phones are dead and you need to charge them, look no further than the Walrus.
John, for availability on the tanks, they'll be here soon.
You can order as soon as today.
Yeah, you can
call
pre-order
in.
now. There is pre-orders now, but for when you'll get one, probably might be about 6 weeks lead time.
Yeah.
Just in the meantime, because we're gonna get the first sets of them in here. We gotta start making like video, like filming them. They're being manufactured and being built, and then we'll have the first sets of them like in about six to 8 weeks.
I know our friend Jeff in sales. He hooked somebody up nicely on them this morning. He did a good hookup price on them since it was the first ones we sold actually.
Yeah, if you're interested in something like this, John, I would say call in and ask for Jeff and say, hey, oh yeah, look, for the hurricane season, exactly. So this is also going to be like an emergency response unit. So like if you know you need power, you need to be able to move a lot of power around. You can't just carry it around in a gas generator anymore. It's not enough power. So having this tank on wheels, it's based the battery on tank wheels. In a hurricane season, it can get you through the roads, move it up anywhere you need it to go. So if that's what you want, John, I would say call in and see maybe they can give you a good deal for pre-ordering it, and you're on the YouTube Live.
Oh, that would be badass
Yeah,
for
that'd
your
be
parents.
super sick.
That would be super cool.
That'd be super cool.
That's
Because you could use it for the home.
Yeah.
You could use it for the home.
And if there was like a disaster situation, say there's a really bad like Cat 5 hurricane comes through and God forbid, does some serious damage to their home, neighborhood, they would be able to use that Komodo on the go. They could take it, down the street, help out their neighbors.
Yeah.
They could be local heroes with that thing, honestly.
Yep. And if anybody here works for like a shelter or like one of those hurricane response shelters or one of those emergency response units, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Call in and we can get you special pricing, and I think a lot of those sometimes are tax exempt as well. So just again, everything's going to be better when you call in, because we can work with your application the best way possible.
That is cool. Yeah. No, please, John, if you're interested in that, we're super hyped about the Komodo here. Call in and let them know. And of course, as always, I know we've said it a few times, but make sure you mention the live so that you can get the best savings on that if you do go with it.
Yeah. John really seems to be interested in the tank. You
I
could
am
use it
too.
as emergency response, John, so that is an application, right? We anticipate mostly people will use it for commercial uses, but it's not to say you can't just wire it up to your home. It's got the 120, 240 volt application.
I love the Komodo, man. It's so cool.
I don't think you like it as much as you like this song, though.
I love all things batteries. Thanks for joining us, guys. We've had some good familiar faces in the chat today. Good to see you're all here and doing well.
So
If you
weird that
found
you say
anything-
familiar faces, considering you've
Yeah, we
never
don't
seen
actually
their
see the
faces.
faces, but familiar screen names and profile pictures. Jeff,
What's up?
somebody's interested in a Komodo. They might give you a call. Guy named John.
Let's go, John.
Connects to Bluetooth?
You should just give John my direct cell phone number.
JCXYZ. If you got a text from us about this live stream, it's because at some point in your life, you expressed interest virtually in BatteryEvo off-grid home power, and lucky you, this stream offers exclusive discounts. So if today's the day you want to take your home off-grid, call in, number up top. They'll offer you an extra discount better than anything online. If you're not the person for this, if you're not actually interested in these kind of things, don't have anything to ask us, just text them to unsubscribe you from that list, and we will see you some other time, maybe.
See you some other time, maybe.
John, I'm going to drop Jeff's phone number in the chat for you. Jeff is the guy who sold the 2 Komodos today. Don't feel pressured, you don't have to buy it today, but if you do talk to him while we're live and lock in a lower price, you can pay for that later.
Also, if you call him, please ask him what his 100-yard dash is. We still have yet
Jeff loves talking about his 100-yard dash.
I'll tell you guys, 11 something.
No, don't tell us.
Man.
It needs to get verified.
You see that, Jeff?
Calls. This thing's not working. I don't know what's going on with this.
All right.
Oh, this is a 48 volt.
I texted you too, Dick.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. If anybody's just joining us, welcome. We've been talking batteries. I'm going to recap the chat for anybody who's just joining us. A little recap of the conversations we've had today. So John's been with us pretty much for the whole time we've been live. Thanks, John. John came in right at the beginning of the stream. We talked a bit about idle currents, taking his parents' home in Florida, either off the grid, backing up, basically the point is we want to make sure they're safe during hurricane season. Rooster Bear was asking about 60 amp breakers running all day, all night. We talked about what they can do with the Walrus system. We had David Partise come in, who complimented our AI Rhino song. So that was great to see. Glad to hear that people like the music we're coming up with here. I write the lyrics for those. And Irfan came in talking about their needs. Peak times with PV and how to make the most of that. So we walked everybody through to the best of our abilities, the best way to maximize their power usage and capacity. If anybody has any other questions, be sure to ask. That's what we're here to do. And if you've been listening, found anything we've said helpful, informative, give us a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're posting stuff all the time, everything from memes to how-to videos to animations and more. So be sure to give us a subscribe.
Makes me so happy.
It's a good song, right? here to do.
You've now surpassed Tommy as my favorite person in this office.
And I didn't even have to do a backflip.
Tommy is dropping by the day. I don't know how he's gonna recover. Double backflip. You could probably get above Nick again. Maybe. Maybe. Double backflip maybe gets you favorite person in the office. But Nick made the track of the years right now, so.
Short time, it's time to make up your mind. The rhino's on the tool that's far and wide. Power up with solar, or just do your thing. Grid tied, that's how you win right. Don't throw your money in the wind when you can save it for your kids' lives. It's just right, just like bills. That's open back with.
If anybody's just joining us, welcome to the BatteryEvo live stream. Ask us anything in the comments.
Sure, sturdy as a boulder. Keep your own colder with an energy controller. It's a whole lot to gain, just replace it in order. Outperform your competition. You're on a mission to make a green decision with a vision to rise to the occasion. We keep it high like Cajuns, and these rhinos come and get some pound more and get the same edge. 48 feet, 48 feet, 48 feet. That's a rhino stampede.
We need people to start asking questions about the power unit, or we're just going to start dropping Deadpool spoilers.
Deadpool spoilers on the way.
Let's figure out what are the common movies that just dropped, and if we don't get people asking about the power units, we're just going to start dropping spoilers. I know people hate them. I personally don't hate spoilers. I love spoilers. Tell me how it ended.
How did it end?
Nick.
A lot of Deadpools died. A lot of Deadpools.
I didn't see it. I know.
Which ones, I will not say, but there were a lot of Deadpools, and it didn't go well for all of them.
Watch the new Deadpool movie if you have. Drop the spoilers in the chat. Let's ruin somebody's day. Come on. We're not going to talk about power units. We got to get some activity in here. Remember, if you're just joining and you're looking to get a good deal, just call the number up on the screen, and we'll be able to hook you up while the stream is playing. Otherwise, we're just going to keep playing the Walrus album, which is now on SoundCloud. There's still the tracks are still being named though, Nick.
Yeah, we gotta name those tracks.
Like super generic. You're like,
yeah, I always just say, here's a Rhino Country song.
Walrus
Here's a
Country
Rhino.
2.
Yeah.
So
come up with some names.
we gotta come up with some real names. But yes, we have this. We have this. We have the unit. We have that guy building a house. So if you're looking to build a house, an ADU, an off-grid dwelling, this unit can help you go off the grid. If you're looking for something a little different, we do have 48-volt battery backups that you can tie in with an inverter. Black Moon wants to post a link to the Komodo system. Black Moon, it's not available just yet.
You can call in and ask about it,
Yeah.
but we do not have the product listing on the site yet. This is a brand new product. We still have to do a lot of our product photography, videography, all that good stuff to make the page as good as possible. But we have sold a couple, and you can get in early on them. Just call in the number. I dropped in, if you scroll up on the, actually you don't even have to scroll up, it's the chat right before yours. That's Jeff's number. He's selling these Komodos. And man, they're
Call
awesome.
Jeff, tell him you want to know about the Komodo. We do have a couple of specs that we rifled off earlier in the chat.
Yeah,
so
we can share specs. We have a spec sheet that we can get out your way if you need it.
But if you're looking for something like this Black Moon, what are you looking to power? What are you going to power with this thing? Let us know in the chat or call Jeff. And when you call Jeff, ask him, what is your 100-yard dash time? We're trying to figure that out. And then if you can figure that out, and then he comes in here and verifies that it's correct, and you can put it in the chat, and we're gonna hook you up with something. It's an Easter egg, all right? But let us know what you want to use the Komodo for. We're just releasing it now to gather people's engagement to see if they like it or if they even need something like this. We can list the specs.
Yeah, I'll pull up footage of it behind us like I did earlier. And Brian, you want to run through those specs
I
again?
can run the specs again, yeah.
Super cool.
All right, so I'm gonna run the specs one more time. Well, I'll run them again because we gotta find a way to display them or something. All right, so I have the specs here. For AC output, the Komodo will have a 15 kilowatt inverter and 120 and 240 volt split phase. For the battery, it will be a 72 volt system with 94 kilowatt hours worth of battery capacity using LFP battery cells. For recharging, you could recharge 120 or 240 volts grid charge. You could also do PV solar charge, or you can use a diesel generator to charge it. It's also going to have an EV charger built into it, so it's a 48 amp 11 kilowatt CCS1 EV charger built onto the side of it. So if you need to do EV charging, you can. It's designed to basically help anybody in a residential application or a commercial application.
And one of the coolest things about it is it's got a remote controller. So just like you drive a drone or a remote control car around, it drives around just like that. It's like playing a video game.
So for mobility, it's going to have two 4 kilowatt drive motor and a 100-foot wireless range. So that's the controller. Think of like a Xbox controller or something like that. And you'll be able to move it around with that. And it's got an all-terrain capability because of the track wheels. In terms of dimensions, it's 40 inches by 48 inches by 39 inches. So you can see, like you can realize it's not that big. But it's got a lot of battery capacity. That's mobile.
Black Moon said that they just bought 4 Atlantics and looking for 2 more, but would consider the new Komodo system.
Wow. All right. If you want the new Komodo system and these specs, make sense to you, I would say call in and ask Jeff, and you can get put on the pre-order list. And then you're gonna get hooked up because you called in from the YouTube live. You're gonna get hooked up because you're on the pre-order list.
Yeah,
and you're gonna get hooked up just because I said you can get hooked up.
Yeah, anybody who has bought a Komodo thus far has gotten it at a very good price because we are in the early stages. And like Brian just said, if you mention the live stream, they always go even lower because of the live stream. So it's a super good time to get in early. You'd be one of the first people to have it in your hands, which is super cool. I can't wait to drive one around. I'm looking forward to it. These things are so cool. Yeah. Probably the coolest thing we got right now.
Black Moon, what do you want to use it for though? Will it also go alongside your Atlantics for your home, or is it going to be for something else? In the meantime, we're going to bump this track one more time. Right? This is so tired. Tommy, because of this song, Nick is my new favorite in the office. You're going off, man.
Thought I was always your favorite. Black Moon, I am going to pull up the spec sheet that we were just reading off of. It will be on screen behind us soon. Black Moon wants to know the delivery time.
The delivery timeline we're thinking about is because we don't have them here yet. So shipping will be just basic freight, right? So 5 to 7 business days, but by the time they get here, probably 6 to 8 weeks before we have them. That's the estimated timeline.
Yeah, that's because you'd be getting in so early.
Oh look, he's trying to go fully off-grid system. In
3 locations across 40 acres. Nice. That is super cool, Black Moon.
That is the exact. Where out?
That would be fun. If you got 40 acres
in?
riding that tank around out there, that would be super fun.
Yeah.
That'd be very cool.
What's on those 40 acres? Is it like a farm? What do you have on there? And what state is it in? I know people. We kind of seized the Komodo a little too early because I know people want them.
People like that Komodo, man.
But they gotta get here.
Yeah.
They still gotta,
Yeah, I mean, we started talking about them early because we're so excited about them. You can get it, and like we said, there's you probably get better pricing than when it officially launches on the site because you're getting in early.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to use this on your because again, this is gonna be a commercial application most likely. But if you want to use it for whatever you want, I mean, it's just batteries. You can use it for whatever you want.
It's batteries in a very cool portable package.
Tank wheels, bro. You can't get that at Walmart.
You can't get tank wheels at Walmart. Black Moon is in Yuma, Arizona. David is our guy so far. My big concern is the amount of solar input available at 82 plus volts.
The amount of solar input on the tank.
On the Komodo?
I'm not sure. They haven't given us those parts of the spec. So all I read off to you is what's currently available. How much solar input charge?
Atlantic is limited with the single MPPT, but we are using it differently than the intended design. How are you using it? Let us know.
Black Moon seems like a savvy
Black Moon knows what's up.
solar battery person.
Yeah.
Sardar, do you know what will be the solar input on the Komodo? Do we have those specs yet or no?
I'm not 100% sure.
We're not fully sure. Black Moon's getting released to us in real time as well. So we're getting stuff, we're making stuff, and then we're gonna start rolling it out as we get it. But as of right now, we will have PV solar charge. I'm just not sure what the input will be yet.
It is possible to save as a walrus.
It'll for sure be the same as the walrus for sure. Will it be more than the walrus? It's possible. It's possible. So it's possible. So the fact is that it does have a higher end inverter and a bigger battery system, so it's possible for it to be rated higher than the walrus, but for sure you could use the walrus as a baseline guide as to what it could be. And then as I get you more information, we'll release it on the site.
So here is some of the specs here on the Komodo. You can see them on screen behind me and Brian.
There you go. Nice.
We got AC output, battery, power recharge, mobility, EV charger. I'm going to leave it on the power recharge right now, but if there's anything on here you want to see, let us know.
In the meantime, let's keep listening to the reason why Tommy's number 2 in the office.
Thanks to anyone who's joined us so far. Thanks for liking that live, Tammy. Thanks for liking on TikTok. We appreciate that. See those hearts coming in. And remember, if you like us on TikTok, you can spam that like button. You don't have to just hit it once. You can pound that thing 100 times. Give us 100 likes. I see those likes coming in. Thank you. Appreciate that. Alright, if anybody wants to see those Komodo specs again, just let me know and I will pull them back up, but for now I am going back to our previously scheduled BatteryEvo video content behind us.
Yeah, and if anybody's just joining, remember you can use the live chat to be able to get a discount on the site.
Whoops.
The live probably won't go on for much longer. So that's, remember, you can always scrape off an extra $100 off of you can always scrape off an extra couple $100 on your order when you call in. Deal of the day is rhinos. We still got some walruses. But you gotta call in. If you don't call in, we can't offer you any other deals. Like there's nothing else I can do. So call in, ask something in the chat. I have the unit behind me so I can show you how it works. I can explain to you how to do a grid tied install. I can explain to you how to do an off-grid install. Otherwise, we're just going to continue to play the Walrus album. That is on SoundCloud now.
You can find it on SoundCloud. I'm officially a SoundCloud rapper, country artist, punk rock artist, all of the above.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just came so close to sneezing, guys. You have no idea. If you couldn't tell, I'm a little sick today. Sick of those high electricity prices, huh? Let's get some. I know. I couldn't help it.
And then you actually sneezed earlier?
Yeah.
Really?
You heard Jeff, he definitely just heard the joke, like on a 20-second delay.
Yeah.
He says, really, in the other room.
That's like something Jeff would say.
Just like bills, it's overnight with nice clothes, rolling right over a voltage line for real. 48B, 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 that's the right step B. 48B, 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 that's the unit I need. 48B, 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 same green. 48B, 48B, 48B.
You're just joining, welcome to the stream. It's a BatteryEvo live stream. Here to answer all your questions. Remember, there's a special discount if you call in during the live stream for anything on our store. You can get a lower price on if you call and mention the live stream. Adriana, thank you for following us on TikTok. I just saw you follow from the stream. Appreciate that. Glad to have you aboard the off-grid team. Just saw, not sure when you dropped this comment, Black Moon, I'm just seeing it. Atlantic system is limited to 4 kilowatt input and 230 volt max. If we draw 4,000 watts of AC power, that is 16 amps at 240 volt split phase. That's why I'm hoping to get higher capacity in the Komodo. Yeah, you do get higher capacity in the Komodo, definitely. And if you're looking for even bigger, we have commercial, like these are units that usually go out for commercial purposes, but you can get them for your home too. These are like, we got huge, like up to megawatts of power. Storage container batteries. We've been moving a couple of those recently, such as the Grizzly is what it's called. So if you want to call in, same number, you can reach Jeff. It's the one that I commented a little bit ago in the chat. If you need like a really high capacity system, we can do that for you. We do a lot of custom built systems.
Black Moon, the Komodo will definitely be higher capacity.
Yeah, Komodo will definitely be.
I think the solar input capacity will need to be higher too. Just
it has to be.
It has to be, just considering the fact that it has so much more battery capacity.
Yeah.
Right? And then the inverter is larger too, so.
Serdar, can you ask like Howard or somebody about the PV, the PV solar input on the Komodo, what it can take? William Wilson says that they placed an order of 1,285 kilowatt, used 599 kilowatt solar, purchased 610 kilowatt hours. How many kilowatt hours do you estimate my walrus will reduce my purchase kilowatt hours?
I'm confused. Okay, so
Yeah, that-
okay, so you're saying between 6/12 and 7/13, so 1 month, he produced 1,285 kilowatt hours. Right? Okay, so he produced. Wait. Okay, he produced 1,285 kilowatt hours. He used 599 kilowatt hours. Purchased 610 kilowatt hour. How many kilowatt hour? This sounds like one of those like math questions.
I feel like I'm in math class.
You know, how many miles did Jimmy go?
I'm gonna copy paste your comment and send it to our.
Hold up, slow down.
Okay, Ryan's got this. Ryan's got this.
I didn't go to Caltech University for nothing, bro.
Caltech.
Who went to Caltech University?
Brian is Caltech University. I am Florida State
I went
University.
to the biggest college in my town. Just remember that.
I would claim that I went to the biggest college in Florida. You could make that argument for Florida State University, but the University of Florida folks will come and fight with me on that with the Go Gators mentality. If you want to get into it, I'm happy to. I love that rivalry. That was fun. The football games, the rivalry game every year, it was always a good time.
Alright, so if I understand this correctly, in 1 month time, he produced 1,285 of kilowatt hour, which when you say kilowatt hour, it's kind of confusing me because he would have produced kilowatts. So is this the production? Is this solar? Is this how much solar you produced? And then he says he used 599. Which also seems like a lot to me.
Black Moon says he is asking a storage question. I think with those numbers, the Atlantic will solve his issue.
I think so too. All right, and then he said he purchased 610. So I think that's how that was the buyback. Like, I'm confused. So he purchased. How many kilowatt did my walrus reduce purchase kilowatt hour? So because he's buying back this one, right? So he's buying back 610 because he's not having enough coming in, so he's still using 610. So the walrus, it depends on which one he's gonna get, but let's say he gets the Atlantic. Well, we're out of stock on the Atlantic, so wait, no, I think William already bought one, no?
Yes.
If I remember correctly, I think William might have bought one already.
But yeah, I mean, if you do want something like the Atlantic, we are currently out of stock on the Atlantic, but we have G2 with expansion batteries available if you want to hit that same capacity.
So let's say you got the 13 kilowatt hour battery and you use it daily. That would be 13 kilowatt hours for 30 days. So who's got the math on that? Tommy, you got the math on that? Since your time to redeem yourself, buddy.
Tommy.
13 kilowatt hour times 30. So over 130, it's 260, it's 390. Yeah?
Black Moon says he must be using microinverter and buying the 610 at night. That's their guess.
I think it's
William, is Black Moon correct? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're doing? Let us know. The most you can clarify for us, the better answers we'll be able to give you.
So you could definitely divide that 610 by 2. If you use the 13 kilowatt hour battery every single day, it gets you about 390 kilowatt hour monthly. So you would get about less than half of that purchase buyback. So you could probably potentially use battery backups to get rid of the rest of it. And that'd be if you're using really that much. Seems like a lot. Seems like a lot of power. So I would say half by using 1 kilowatt hour, 1 Walrus G2.
Ryan says half.
For sure half if you're using that much, because he's basically saying how much would it be on the purchase. So yeah, he must be using microinverters, buying 610 at night. Yeah, see, this is why the chat works, because now Black Moon can jump in here.
Yeah, it's super cool. We got
it way better than me.
We got a very cool community of off-grid folks who come and tune in with us here at BatteryEvo. So chat is always a very helpful place, not just for for us to answer questions, but also for you to share information with us.
Yeah.
It's a lot of info comes and goes through these streams.
Yeah. And remember, if you live outside of California, let us know why your state is better than California, because we're trying to get Nick on the first train out of here. So if you can convince Nick why your state is better than California, Nick's out of here. He's leaving.
I'm gonna get out on a train.
He's sick of California.
Brian's sick of me.
He's sick of the beach. He's sick of the mountains. He's sick of the Hollywood vibes.
Brian does not want to co-host anymore. He wants this show all to himself.
Nick needs
So
to
let
be
us
on the
know why
first
your
train
state
out
is
of here.
better than California.
So let us know why your state is better than California, and then Nick's gonna leave. That's just how it works. You tell us why it's better, and Nick leaves.
That's my Nick
As
promise.
long as you leave behind this track, I don't really care. Are we using this mic still or no?
I think it may have disconnected, but we're still getting your sound. I'm looking at the wire right now. It looks like it may have gotten like, look at
It's all
that.
broken, dude.
Yeah, it went. Your mic went out a little, like maybe 15 minutes ago actually. But I just adjusted the volume up on your webcam so we can still hear you.
Not a good setup.
You got it running again. Your sound just got better. Yep.
You're on a mission, make a green decision with a vision to rise to the occasion. We keep it hot like cages, and these rhinos come and kiss a bottle or and get the story. B48, B48, B. That's your rhyme stampede. 48, B48, B48, B. That's the unit I need. 48, B48, B48, B. Plug it in, say green. 48, B48, B48, B. Stampede, stampede.
By far my favorite song right now.
I think that one's my favorite too.
One more time, should I spam it or what?
You want to spam it? Might as well.
I'm gonna spam it.
Kilowatts in short time, it's time to make up your mind. Tomatoes on tour, as far and wide. Power up with solar, just do your thing, real tight. That's how you win, right? Don't throw your money in the wind when you can save it for your kids' lives. It's just right, just like bills. It's overnight with
come up with that song, dude? How did you even come up with that?
I dude, I know this isn't healthy work habits, but I was like getting ready to go to bed, and then some of it just popped into my head, and I was like, I can write some lyrics real quick. I didn't even clock in.
Like before going to bed,
Dude, it was like 11 p.m. I wrote a rhino song.
No, this is a good one. This is my favorite one.
I'm glad you like it.
This is so good. Do you like it, Serdar? Is it your vibe? Yeah. From now on, when you drive home, this is the only thing you can listen to. No one
Black
listen to
Moon
anything
says
else.
at least one more charge controller with 80 amp output, also 24 to connect some of his panels without microinverters. There are other possibilities with your awesome Walrus charging capabilities.
There you go.
Thanks, Black Moon. Appreciate
William,
that. Appreciate you helping
read the
out,
chat.
William, in the chat. Big shout out. And again, we're glad that you love your Walrus systems. Always
Black Moon was
happy.
faster than our moderators.
Yeah, man. He's faster than our technicians here. You want to come work here?
We're getting rid of all the moderators. We're replacing them for AI Walrus tracks. So when you call in now, it's just going to hear the Walrus tracks. I wonder, they're probably busy. They're probably on phones.
Who?
The moderators.
Yeah, they probably are. They've been getting calls.
Thank you, Black Moon. We appreciate it. He understood the question a lot faster than I did.
Big shout out to Black Moon 6.
Black Moon 6. It's just Tommy. It's just Tommy has a different alias trying to redeem himself. Here it goes again, bro.
Just like bills, it's overnight with nice wheels. It's rolling right over the voltage flying for real.
As you can see, we are running 10 phones off the Walrus right now, charging 10 phones.
Here we go. Hey, Black Moon's about to convince you to leave right now.
Oh, let's go.
Last thing.
Arizona's not too far. We're going to Arizona soon for a business trip.
You're on a mission to make a great decision with a vision to rise to the occasion. We keep it on like cages, and these rhinos gonna kiss a bottle or get the 48B, 48B, 48B. That's a lot of stampede. 48B, 48B, 48B. That's the unit I need. 48B, 48B, 48B. Plug it in, set green. 48B, 48B, 48B. Stampede.
Should we put one of the older ones now?
Want to throw up a Walrus track for old time's sake?
Yeah, that was all 48V, huh?
We've been playing a lot of 48 volt Rhino music today, but we're going to pull up one of our classic Walrus anthems that you know and love. I know we have a lot of familiar users in the chat today, so you may have heard this Walrus song. Oh, before that, Nicholas Taylor says, "Hi, I'm looking around for 90 kilowatt storage batteries. Which of your product line would you propose?"
Was Nicholas already in here before?
I don't know if I recognize Nicholas. If you've been here, let's know.
6,500. If you're willing to wait, Nicholas, we're gonna have the tank, the Walrus tank. That'll
Pull
have
that up again.
that'll have what you're looking for. What is it? 94 kilowatt hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? So the tank will have 94 kilowatt hour. It's got tank wheels. It's movable. It's kind of designed for residential applications,
This is a
but you
brand
can use
new-
it for your home, especially if you have a large home like this. Now, if you need 90 kilowatt hour storage, there's a couple of ways you can do this. You might need a couple of Walruses. We have the new Walrus Arctics. Oh, Nicholas never been here before. Never mind. Sorry about that. I misjudged.
Well,
Too early.
welcome. Thanks for joining us.
All right.
So what you see behind me and behind Brian is the Komodo. This is our battery tank with a much bigger storage capacity than the Walrus, for example. This is a brand new product coming to the market very soon, but we actually sold a couple today over the phone. You can get in early on this. If you call in, mention the live stream, you'll get a discount. Any product you'll get a discount on for calling during the live and mentioning the live. But they're also doing a little bit lower of a price on the Komodo, the tank, than it will be when we bring it to the market officially. So you can get in early here if you want to pre-order this, but it's super cool. We have a lot of high capacity options coming to the market very soon.
What we have available now to get to the 95 kilowatt hour, we have the new Walrus Arctic G2s. Those start at 25 kilowatt hour battery capacities. If you got 4 of those, that's going to already give you 100 kilowatt hour. Now, because you have a 6,500 square foot home, the way that you divide up the power in the home will be important. We did a home that was 3,800 square feet.
4,800.
4,800 square feet in Moorpark, California, and that required 2 sub panels. So because of that, they used 2 Walruses to be able to divide up the power in the home. Because you have such a large home, you might have to do the same thing, Nicholas. And so you could divide up 25 kilowatt hour per section of the home, or you can use 2 Walrus Walrus Arctics with extensions. But if you needed it immediately, 4 Walrus Arctics G2s will get you 100 kilowatt hour. You would need quite a few of these to get that type of battery capacity. If you have an inverter, you can use the Kong 30s for 30 kilowatt hour. You would need 3 of them to give you 90 kilowatt hour. So those are kind of the options you have. You can do Kong 30, 3 of them with a 48 volt inverter. You can run 4 Walrus Arctic G2s, or you could do 2 Walrus Arctic G2s with 2 battery extensions. If you went with the Walruses, you would need quite a few of them, maybe like 6 of them.
Sorry guys, I'm getting a little sick.
He goes, I know you're trying to power this home, but what appliances do you have in here? And how do you plan on powering this? Are you trying to do grid tied? Or are you trying to do off grid? William Wilson, you had your answers answered in the chats. Black Moon was able to kind of describe it better than I was. So you could just kind of scroll up a little bit in the chat, and he basically did the math for us. I was going to get, okay, see, so if you're already going to get a 15 kV inverters, I would suggest using the Kong 30. So get your 15 kV inverter, because that's a more powerful inverter than what our Walruses have now. Okay? So that's going to help you out with whatever you're trying to power in your home. And now if you need the battery capacity, 3 Kong 30s, or the King Kong, would get you the battery capacity you need. So see, he's going to have 3 AC 5-ton, 3-ton, 1-ton.
Nice.
Those are big ACs. So see, I wouldn't recommend you use the Walrus inverters for those ACs. So if you're going to get that 15 kV inverter, make sure it's a 48 volt inverter, and then you could pair that with our Kong 30.
Dude, aren't we running a 3-day sale on the Kongs right now?
We're running a 3-day sale on the Kong now. So if you go onto the site, Nicholas, you'll see it's actually for 2 for 60 kilowatt hour. But just call in.
I'll link
call
that
in and
for
say,
you.
hey, I'm seeing your deal of the day. It's our 3-day deal actually for 2 Kong 30s. You should call in and say, I need 3 of them because you need 90 kilowatt hour, and wire them in parallel, run them to your inverter, and that's going to give you the capacity that you need. Soft starts on each, that's going to help you out on that inverter. So I would say go that route, because your home is very, very large. Unless you're considering, he's going to do 2 15 kVs. So maybe you should get the deal. The deal of the day is for Kong 32X kit, you could get 2 of them. That'll give you 120 kilowatt hour. Run two per inverter. So 2 Kongs per inverter will give you 120 kilowatt hour. Split up the load on your home. Use the soft starters for the AC. That's going to help reduce the critical load on the inverter. Right? So that would probably be the best situation.
I just dropped a link in the chat for the product page on the website. You can take a look there for more info about the Kong. Great battery system. But if you do want to buy it, you'll still get the deal. Just make sure call in instead of ordering online. Mention the live stream, and they'll give you an even better discount than that deal, because we're doing a special deal on it right now. 3 days only, we're running them at like, what is that, 44% off?
40, yeah, around 43. 43
Yeah,
44.
so we're already
Off
giving a
that
big deal
SRP.
on those, but it'll be an even better deal if you call in and mention the live stream.
Yeah,
'cause
so
they
the
have been
deal you
told
see
to
online right now
mark it down
for
even
those
more
for that
from the
deal
stream.
that Nick sent, that specific deal is the best deal on the entire website. So nothing else competes with that deal. Only that item is available. Nick, so if you need that much battery capacity, I would suggest get 2 of the deal of the days. That's 4 total, but that's going to give you the setup you need. And remember, Nick, just call in. Just call and say, hi, watch the YouTube live. I want your 3-day deal. I need 100.
Numbers at the top of the screen.
Oh yeah, call the number on top of the screen.
William
that
ordered
way-
G2. Awesome, William. Super cool. Let us know when you get it. If you haven't gotten it, if you just ordered it, let us know when you get it. Super
Yeah.
excited to hear that.
All right, Nicholas, if you do call in, let us know. And then if you end up buying these, we'll have Tommy do a backflip. He'll have a chance to redeem himself as the most favorite person in the office. Right now, he's on 2, maybe 3. I don't know.
William ordered a second battery. Nice, William. Love to hear it.
Nick, call in. Deal of the days are rhinos.
Did
if
you get
anybody
that?
knows,
Did you
but we
get the
got
stream
3-day deal.
discount? Did you get the discount for calling from the live stream?
I think William has called in like a few times.
If you didn't, call them back and let them know. They'll
Yeah.
adjust your price to the live stream price.
Check the link first, Nicholas, and I know you probably want some more technical information, so call in just to get the information and tell them I watched the YouTube live. Just by doing that, you're gonna lock in better pricing. And again, that deal that we sent you, Nicholas, it's literally the best deal we put on the site. We literally got together, we plotted together to make it the best deal possible, and then just because you called in, you're gonna get an even better deal.
Brian and I stay out here scheming. You know, we stream. I'm assuming a lot of you guys are in the East Coast, so it's like about 7:30 out there for you. It's 4:30 for us here in the Pacific time zone. And we stay and we plot and we scheme even after we're done live to
Trying to
figure
figure
out
out
how to
ways to
bring
get
you
you
the
better
best
battery capacity at a lower price. They told us we couldn't, but I'm like, well, if I do YouTube live, what are they gonna do? Say no?
That's why we're here.
They don't even know how to access this YouTube live, Nicholas. So as far as we know, you're getting away with it.
Yeah,
Just
they
call
don't.
in.
They don't know.
They don't know
we're giving
anything.
away their batteries.
We just send them emails. They're confused. They don't know anything about the technology of the future. We just run YouTube lives and give discounts.
But they know people like the lives, and they know people like the lives because people like the stream. So if you've been listening, we helped you out. Make sure to give us a like.
Yeah.
If you're listening on TikTok, double tap. We're on TikTok right now too. Yeah. And Nicholas, thank you for coming in and asking about it. Glad you did so. From Nicholas to Nicholas, I appreciate you.
Yeah. From Nick to Nick. From Nick to Nick. All right. So now just another
Where are
friendly
you,
reminder.
Nicholas? Where are you located?
Oh yeah.
Did
Let
you
us know
say
where you're
so?
located.
Because there might be incentives in your area for your
He's got a
purchase.
6,500 square foot home, Nick.
That's huge, dude.
Nicholas is the person to convince you. Oh wait, Black Moon didn't give us the 3 reasons.
Oh yeah, Black Moon. Where's your Arizona reasons?
All right, so we're gonna go back to a friendly reminder as to why Tommy continues to fall off the favorite person in the office list.
But yeah, Nicholas, let us know where you are. There's a lot of states offer incentives, so you get money back from the state government, and there's a 30% federal rebate on systems
Oh yeah,
like
and
ours.
Nicholas, if you're gonna get this much battery capacity, you should look into SGIP. SGIP. It's a program designed to give you money based on the amount of kilowatt hour capacity you are purchasing. So since you're gonna buy a whole bunch of it, they are. Wait, it just says 3 reasons, but then it doesn't tell.
Yeah, Black Moon, we don't see it.
It literally just says, tell your guy to move to Arizona 3 reasons, colon, and then there's nothing else.
But yeah, Nicholas, definitely research the rebates and money back you can get from the government
Yeah.
for getting these systems. If you were going to purchase this anyway, it's just free money at that point.
Yeah.
Don't leave it on the table.
SGIP will give you money per kilowatt hour that you purchase. So it's not even based on the total amount that you're buying, like the price. It's based on the amount of kilowatt hour that you buy. So I think it's like $800 up to $1,000 per kilowatt hour. You should look into it, Nicholas, since you're buying a bunch of kilowatt hour capacity. The government will give you money.
They want people going
Take
green.
that. Take that money. Take it to the bank.
Take those Uncle Sam bucks and do whatever you want with them.
Yeah, so it's money per kilowatt hour, and BatteryEvo has the largest battery capacities at the lowest price per kilowatt hour in the market. So you could effectively profiteer off of buying your units. But you gotta get savvy with it. All right, so now we'll go back to a friendly reminder as to why Tommy has now fallen to 4th favorite.
Black
he just
Moon, I'm
continues to
sorry,
fall
we're
off.
on our end on the chat. I'm not seeing it, man. Not seeing your 3 Arizona reasons. It must have got lost in the sauce. So if you want to write those in again, I'll make sure to read them out loud for the chat to hear.
He says right after the question about the 600. Yeah, there's nothing here, huh?
Yeah, it must be a technical issue with the YouTube
Maybe they
live
didn't push
chat.
through. Sometimes the chat gets disconnected. It tells us like, hey, your chat's temporarily disconnected. I don't know why it does it. I think that's another reason why now Tommy has gone to 5th most favorite. As the live continues to go on, Tommy's just falling off the favorite list. But if someone buys a walrus, he'll do a backflip and he can potentially redeem himself. Where's my folder?
If anybody's just joining us, welcome to the live stream. Chances are you've been with us for a little bit. We've had a lot of great chats with people today. But if you are just joining us, we're BatteryEvo. We supply all kinds of green energy batteries to take your home off the grid, power up your golf cart, RV, commercial business, pretty much anything you need. If you need clean, cheap power, that's what we're here for, and we are here to answer any of your questions about this.
Alright, so now just back to a reminder now why Tommy's the 6th favorite person in the office.
Black Moon is putting in the reasons. I see the first one.
Oh yeah, there you go, they're coming.
Alejandra wants to know if they can get the live discount. They bought a couple days ago, but they want to know if they can call in, return it, and get the live discount. What day was that? Just, you know what, Alejandra, what I would recommend doing is calling in, tell them that you bought it while we were live, but that you forgot to mention it. That's what I would recommend doing.
Yep. So the whole point is that if you're in the live, you can get a deal, right? If you bought something, call in. Maybe if you leave a review or something, they can probably hook you up with something else. But the deals are available while the live chat is available.
Black Moon's first reason why Arizona is better is that gas is $1.25 per gallon cheaper. That makes a difference. Luckily, I don't have to drive too far to get to work. My house is actually only like 3 minutes away from the office here.
Yeah.
But
You buy a V8.
But I am at, my gas is
buy a
empty right
V8.
now. I think I got 21 miles in my gallon or in my tank right now, so I gotta fill up.
Well, you can get it cheaper if you go to Arizona right
I might
now.
drive
Get on
over
the
to
train.
Arizona and go buy some gas. Come
Look, they
back.
got 7.5 to 9.5 sun hours per day. No electric bills ever. No water bill because we drill a solar powered well. No sewer bill because we have a septic. That's the second best. Nick,
That's
get
pretty
your
great.
train ticket.
That's pretty. You know, Black Moon. I don't know if you've been on stream while we've talked about this before, but we have made friends through the stream with an off-grid enthusiast named Dean and
In
his
Arizona.
wife, who are in Arizona. They're in sunny Zona, Arizona, and they have taken their desert home 100% off the grid. And by that I mean they power their home entirely with our BatteryEvo lineup of products. So that's where all their electricity is coming from, and solar. They have a 3,000 gallon water tank outside their house that they get bulk shipments of water in to fill it. They say it lasts them months at a time. For like, when they average it out, it's like $30 a month for their water. And on top of that, they built a cell tower on their property as well to get internet and cell service without having to pay that hefty monthly fee from providers. So they have done, like, they have gone above and beyond, done everything they possibly can to go off grid. They grow their own food. They have chickens, livestock. We're actually going out there sometime towards the end of this month or early next month to film with a nice documentary crew and good gear. We're going to film exactly how they do that so we can walk you guys through step by step how these two people went completely off the grid, because I know a lot of people want to know the secrets. And also the tank behind me, the BatteryEvo Komodo battery tank, we're going to be taking that out to the desert too, getting some really cool shots of it driving around in the desert. We're going to show you it charging a Tesla EV all the way out there in a remote location, so you can see how it would be useful during disaster relief, remote breakdowns, all kinds of stuff. So excited to show you that. Black Moon says, last but not least, freedom. We all have polite attitudes because we all carry our self-defense items. Best place on earth.
Damn, there it is.
USA, USA,
Yeah,
USA.
So there you go, freedom. Freedom is the best and only reason why you should move to Arizona, Nick. I think you should get your train ticket. I think you should go.
I might do it.
I think you should go.
Wilson,
right now.
our CEO, is in the room now. He's shaking in his boots at the thought of me possibly moving away. So I don't know if I can do it. I wouldn't want to do that to Wilson.
I think that because of freedom, you have to go. Let's go back to one of the walls. I got Battery Safari.
Battery Safari. Thanks, Black Moon, for that. We appreciate interacting with you in the chat today. It's fun, and you helped out a lot with some of the questions we were getting in the chat. You definitely know your stuff.
Off the grid, it's what we do. Battery safari, battery safari, battery safari, battery safari, battery safari, BatteryEvo, saving that money. Water system one, it all in one bag. Solar power flowing, keeping you electrified.
If you're just joining now, the live will not go on for too much longer. So if you're watching this on the website and you're looking to get a deal, call the number on the screen while you still can, and they'll always be able to scrape a couple extra bucks off of your order while the live is playing. Once the live is cut out, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, he's right. We are reaching the final stretch of our stream for today, and they can only give the special discounts when we're live. When we are live, they are authorized to give discounts on top of everything else online. The second we turn off our live stream, those discounts disappear.
Yep, I can't do
Black
anything
Moon
about it.
says we have a lot of stuff on our place, working remotely. My niece called this Freedom Land when she would visit. Thanks for another great feed today. Have a great day. Thanks, Black Moon. You have a great day too. Your time zone's similar to us, so you got a little bit of your afternoon left. Hope you have a good dinner. Good night.
Live into the power, let it shine. Why no energy divine? Battery safari, battery safari, battery safari, battery safari, battery safari, BatteryEvo, saving that money. From the quick to the bomb, we got it all. BatteryEvo's the name, standing tall. Eco-friendly, hear the call. Join us about what happened to all. The ball is calm and run every line. Save the planet, one charge at a time. BatteryEvo, the future's prime. Power the world, and we feel the ride. Battery safari, battery safari, battery safari, battery safari. Now let's talk about the plastic, chemical causes it all. Energy machine, running smooth, keeping it clean. BatteryEvo, living a dream. Charge up your EV with ease, fast and simple. Use and please, we all cuts our holes. We seize BatteryEvo, it's a breeze. All good solutions, we multi-back, solar power, never lack.
Nicholas just called in. Did you ask? Oh wait, no. Never mind. Nicholas was calling about the columns, huh? They didn't call you, Jeff, right?
No.
Okay, got it. Affiliate program. We'll have an affiliate program.
We do.
We do have an affiliate program.
Yeah, the affiliate program is up and running. I'm gonna paste Houston, Texas. Awesome. We got a lot of off-grid people in Houston, Texas. Great place to do it, Nicholas. Alejandra, we do have an affiliate program. I'm gonna paste a video in the chat for you right now where I explain step by step how to sign up as an affiliate. So that'll walk you through all the steps, and you don't even have to stop listening to my voice.
Nicholas Taylor called in off the live stream. He's interested
Awesome.
in the Komodo. Maybe
Oh,
one of the
Nicholas,
first
you're
adopters.
interested in the Komodo, I hear. That's awesome. The Komodo is fantastic. Alright, Alejandra, I'm going to drop that link for you in the chat in just a moment here. I'm just finding my video.
I'll be right back.
We do offer good incentives to our affiliates. They get a percentage of any sale, whether they are referring a friend, a neighbor, or they are selling a product to, if you're a contractor, you're selling one of our products to one of your clients, you get a chunk of that back. We try to take care of our affiliates the best we can. So glad you're interested. You're welcome. If anybody's just joining us, we are starting to reach the final stretch of today's live stream. Brian just stepped out for a moment, but where his camera is, you can see that we got 10 phones running on our walrus today. So when you get home from work and your 10 cell phones are all dead in your pocket, just plug them all into your walrus and you're good to go. Just as a reminder, we are here to answer your questions, BatteryEvo. So anything about how you want to power your home, carts, RVs, pool house, shed, anything you want to power with clean, affordable energy, we can walk you through exactly how to maximize your power and save your money. So just let us know. And as always, there's special discounts only while we're live streaming. So if you call in that number up top and mention the live stream, you will get discounts that are better than anything on our website right now. Nicholas, I hear that you said you're waiting for a data sheet. That's the Komodo? That's the Komodo spec sheet you're waiting for? They can send that your way, I'm sure. William wants to know if we sell soft start units or recommend one. We don't sell soft starts ourselves, but we do recommend them. We've heard that soft starts have helped with a lot of people managing their power better, especially with the heavy AC air conditioning draws. I don't know if I can recommend a specific product right now. Maybe when Brian gets back, he might have one for you. He was talking soft starts in detail with a viewer the other day, so he might remember what the best one was for our systems. But yeah, a soft start does help. We don't currently sell one, but we're always innovating new products here at BatteryEvo, so don't be surprised if sometime down the line we have something like that. Brian, do you have a recommendation for soft starts for the
Like an
pair with the
actual
walrus?
one?
Yeah. So we don't have a specific recommendation for a specific product, but we have received feedback that they are a great thing to pair with your walrus. They do help manage it.
Call like a local HVAC guy or an AC guy and ask them what they recommend. And last time I think, William, when you were on the chat, we had got one online, and then another HVAC person had recommended one, and we gave you the link, I believe.
I got the short-term memory of a goldfish.
Remember that we had the Facebook Live going, and the guy on Facebook told us which one, and then we provided the link in here.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would call like an HVAC guy. Those guys know. What's that other one? This one?
For the inverter is 80.
Again, we're in the final stretch here of today's live stream. Even if you don't want to make a purchase today, but you do want to take advantage of the lower price during the live streams, you can call in, lock in a price now, and then buy it later. I always recommend that because the second we turn off our live stream, they're not authorized to give out those discounts. But if you lock it in with them now while we're still live, then you're set. You can get it later.
Yeah, remember to ask questions in the chat. We're at the end of this live. It won't go on for too much longer. So
Yeah, we've been going for
the deal.
Just over 2 hours, almost 2.5 hours we've been doing this today. It's a good stream, good questions from everybody.
At the end of this, we're just going to basically play the Walrus album. Unless people ask questions. Otherwise, just call the number on the screen. And yeah, if you still want to know more about the Walrus, just ask us. And we got the unit right here. I can show it to you.
BatteryEvo, saving that money. When the contract is on, no delay. Income power every night, every day. Plug it in, 3 prongs, let's play. Electric dreams, BatteryEvo's way. The ride was everything on fossil fuels incline. Charge it up anytime, we're feeling fine. No limit to the power, let it shine. What I find on energy divine. The walls are better than on fossil fuels incline. Charge it up anytime, we're feeling fine. No limit to the power, let it shine. What I find on energy divine. From the bricks to the pound, we got it all. BatteryEvo's the next standing tall. Eco-friendly, hear the call. Join the story, we're having a ball. With the Walrus coming by, now in line. Saving the planet for charge at a time. BatteryEvo, the future's prime. Power the world, oh baby, feel alright. Whoa, battery safari, battery safari, battery safari. Battery safari, BatteryEvo, saving that money. Now let's talk about the Force 15 double comes installed energy machine. Running smooth, keeping it clean. BatteryEvo, living the dream. Charge up your EV with ease, fast and simple. Do as we please, from dark parts to homes. We seize BatteryEvo. It's a free, soft grid solution. We got your back. Solar power never lag. Eco living on the right track. BatteryEvo, the future's back. Battery safari, battery safari, battery safari. Battery safari, BatteryEvo, saving that money. The perfect batteries giving them life. Turn it on to new without strife. Green tea and it feels the hype. BatteryEvo, cutting like a knife. Watch the carbon footprint shrink with every.
If anybody's just joining us, we are reaching the end of today's stream. Probably going to be signing off soon. But while we're still on, you can still take advantage of special pricing. And we are here to answer any questions BatteryEvo. Just let us know. Are you looking to take your home off grid? Are you looking to power up a golf cart, an RV, pool house? Anything you need clean green energy for, let us know. We'll walk you through it.
Damn, that song.
That one always cuts off. That one always cuts
so
off.
fast.
What?
That song. cuts
No,
off
just
so
that song.
fast.
That song ends abruptly.
Well, I got some news for y'all to hear. If you're looking for power, BatteryEvo's near. The Walrus would come, you know I know too. Take you off the grid, that's what we do. Woohoo! Battery safari, battery safari, battery safari. Battery safari, BatteryEvo, solar power flowing like a mountain stream. Buy it once you're set under the sun. Lots of breeze, yo, and the batteries got you on. With your solar AC cooler chilling, green and white like a fishing line's reeling. Future's bright, energy's just right. BatteryEvo, keeping it tight day and night. Battery safari, battery safari, battery safari. Battery safari, BatteryEvo,
Saving that money.
when the call steps in, it's
Thanks everybody who joined us today. Good chatting with you guys. Good to see people return to the stream. Love seeing that.
electric dreams, BatteryEvo.
Be sure to drop us a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already before we end for the day.
Doing fine. No limit to the power, let it shine. Watt albino, energy's divine. Battery safari, battery safari, battery safari, safari, battery safari, BatteryEvo, saving that money. From the grid to the farm, we got it all. BatteryEvo's the name, y'all standing tall. Eco-friendly, heed the call. Join the safari, we're having a ball. With the walrus, Kong, and Rhino in line, saving the planet one charge at a time. BatteryEvo, the future's prime. Power the world, feel the ride. Now let's talk about the Force 15. Double cones installed, energy machine. Run it smooth, keeping it clean. BatteryEvo, living the dream. Charge up your EV with ease. Fast and simple, doing as we please. From golf carts to homes we seize. BatteryEvo, it's a breeze. All grid solutions, we got your back. Solar power, never lack. Eco living on the right track. BatteryEvo, the future's packed. Battery safari, battery safari, battery safari, safari, battery safari, BatteryEvo, saving that money. Repurpose batteries, giving them life. Turn it on to new, no strife. Green genie leaf feels the hype. BatteryEvo, cutting like a knife. What's the carbon footprint shrink? With every charge we can think. BatteryEvo, the missing link. Eco power in the blink. Join the movement, feel the beat. Energy revolution can't be beat. BatteryEvo, it's so sweet. Saving money, feel the heat. Battery safari, battery safari, battery safari, safari, battery safari, BatteryEvo, saving that money. From sunrise to sunset, power flows. BatteryEvo, that's how it goes.
There we go. There it is.
That one needs like a.
Yeah, I gotta send me that file back. I'll add a fade out to it for next time. All right, we're down to 3 viewers now, live with us. At least one of those probably us. So I think we're reaching our time to wrap up for the day.
But yeah, just a few more songs.
Brian loves the Walrus and Rhino music. Why don't you play the Rhino one more time? Play us out with the 48V, 48V. To those 3 of you left with us, enjoy the 48V as what was the song suggestion name for it we got earlier? David suggested that we call this 48 volts, the name of the song.
Just like girls, it's overnight with nice wheels, it's rolling right over a voltage line for real. 48V, 48V,
This one, I really feel like you gotta like put some like Skate 3 gameplay footage to this song,
Exactly, yeah.
right? It's so perfect.
Spam the Skate 3 footage.
Yeah, right. Wouldn't that song go good with like Skate 3 gameplay?
Look, it's 4:52. We still have reps till 5.
You think we should stay on
Let's
another 8
keep it
minutes?
on here.
We went up from 3 viewers to 6.
Look, if you're just joining now, you're right at the end of this. We were about to cut it off.
You got
Call
8
the number
minutes.
on the screen.
You know
Get
what?
an extra deal on any of the battery packs online, any of them online. But call in. The fact is that Nick created the song of the summer, so we're gonna allow this to go till 5. And you know, because of this track, now Tommy has fallen to number 7
Ooh.
most favorites. So by the time the stream ends, he might go down another couple slots. He needs a way to redeem himself.
All right, guys. I'm setting an 8-minute timer. You will see
8-minute
on
timer.
stream.
In the meantime,
That's how long you have to take advantage of the
Take
live stream
advantage.
sale, because we are gonna stop this live stream.
Once the live
at
stream
8
stops,
minutes.
I cannot approve your extra discounts. I literally can't do it.
He's not allowed. All right, you see that, guys? 7 minutes left. In 7 minutes, we can't offer you deals anymore because this live stream will be concluding. And at the end of this 7 minutes and 25 seconds remaining, Brian might do something special. We'll see. He's been practicing his grip strength, so maybe he could show it off for you guys. He's got the grip squeezer. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, double tap, give us a heart before we end up. We just streamed for 2.5 hours telling the world about batteries and giving off-grid tips. You know, let us know we did a good job. Give us a like.
I haven't heard this one today at all.
We're gonna make a Mexican song for the Chihuahua.
Oh, that would go in. That would go in. If somebody wants to help me write Spanish language lyrics, that would help, because I can do it. Like, I know a little bit of Spanish, and I can use GPT to fill in the gaps, but usually GPT doesn't like word things the way that people actually speak. You know, especially when it's translating.
I think it's okay.
It's all right. I did it once for a video. I did like a Spanish narration. This was back at Owen's mouth, and I showed it to you, and you were like, "That doesn't sound right. How'd you get? Did you write that?" And I was like, "No, ChatGPT."
Oh, yeah, you're right. I think your timer went out of sync.
Yeah, you know it.
Every angel's looking around, power outage, don't sweat it, cause who always got your back, it's a fact. All system slap batteries, badass, get a walrus and you'll never go back. No, you said BatteryEvo, yeah, all in one system, hey, BatteryEvo, yeah, let's go, BatteryEvo, yeah, walrus, BatteryEvo, yeah, lowest prices on the market.
Remember, you You only have 4 minutes left. If you want to get a special discount, you want to call in to the number up top and mention this stream. Either say that you're coming from YouTube or TikTok. You got 3 minutes and 58 seconds to get that special discount on all things BatteryEvo. William Wilson with a question before we end. Glad to see you're still with us. Soft start on a well pump.
I'm not even sure. Maybe we can look that up.
Yeah, let's do a little research.
If you look up a soft start for a well pump,
we got 3 minutes to research well pumps. We'll probably, if we're still helping you with this, we'll probably go with
soft start
extra.
for a well pump. Yeah, just see if there's anything on the internet.
Oh, well pump.
Yeah, well pump. How much time is left?
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Can we get it done in 3 minutes? Maybe. If not, we'll answer your question either way.
This song is 2 minutes.
Just like bills, it's overnight with nice wheels, it's rolling right over a voltage run for real. 48B, 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 that's what I'm stepping. 48B, 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 that's the unit I need. 48B, 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 plug it in, set green. 48B, 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 set me. From the server for sure, sturdy as a bone. Keep your home cooler with an energy controller. It's a whole other game just for play sailing orbit. Out before your competition, you're on a mission. Make a clean decision with a vision.
Dude, I just hooked up with the best deal ever, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
20 grand for 4 Atlantics. Are you guys still live?
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we are. We're wrapping up in a few minutes here.
Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud.
Hey, you know, that just means the people know that we are giving out the deals that we promise. If anybody heard that, Nicholas from earlier in the stream called in. Jeff hooked him up with a great deal on 4 Atlantic systems.
5,000 off the price, man.
5,000 off the price that we got listed online because Nicholas called in on the stream. William, I'm pasting some info in the chat right now that I found online, but I don't know if it's really going to help you too much. We asked our technician about the soft start for well pumps. See what we can do. He sent us a list of some products, so I'll read those out for you. These look like through a couple different online suppliers. The ICM Control Soft Start, ICM 32A motor, Schneider Electric, and he just sent me an Amazon listing for one that he thinks is good. So I'm gonna copy paste that into the chat for you, William. This is a Amazon listing for a well pump soft start that our battery technician, Mr. Sardar, has given the seal of approval on.
Seal of approval?
Hold on, the link's too long. Bear with me. I know we only got 39 seconds left on the stream, but I'm gonna turn this into a shorter link. Get ready. It's coming your way. Just hold on tight. I know we're almost out of time. We'll go a little extra to send you this link so that you can get what you need. In the meantime, we all know what Brian wants to do. Here's the share button. Alright, my short link will not work, so sorry about that. I can't paste the link directly. It's not letting me do an outside source like that, so what I'm going to do for you is I'm just going to copy paste the listing on Amazon. Here you go. Just copy paste that right into Amazon and it'll take you to the product that our technician suggested. Have a good night, William. Thanks for chatting with us again.
cages. And these rhinos come and kiss a bottle or a different 48 feet, 48 feet, 48 feet. That's the rhino stampede. 48 feet, 48 feet, 48 feet. That's the unit I need. 48 feet, 48 feet, 48 feet. Clean and safe breeze. 48 feet, 48 feet, 48 feet. Stampede, stampede.
Alright guys, you heard the end of the song. You know what that means. It's 5:02, so our sales folks are starting to pack up for the day, and that means we are too. Thanks again to everybody that joined us today, especially those of you who came back from previous streams. We love having that active engagement with our fellow off-grid enthusiasts. Anything you want to add before we end for the night, Brian?
Maybe just.
No, I'm cutting the speed, dude. Alright, have a good night, folks. See you next time.